Hello, boys and girls. My name is Miss Sharon, and I am coming to you from Living Faith Church in Port St. Lucie, Florida, in the town of Tradition. And we are here to share God's story. And God is talking to us from above. We can hear him. He's doing a little thunder. What do you think? This is my friend Jasmine. Jasmine, can you say hello to the Jasmine? Don't be afraid. Jasmine. Whoop. Okay, settle down. Breathe. You're good. Okay. All right. Jasmine, you came here because you came to help us tell the Bible story today, right? Let's focus on the Bible story. Oh, okay, Miss Sharon. I'm so ready to tell the story. But I have to do something first. Oh, well, what is it you have to do? Oh, I have goodies. Oh, look at you. Yeah. I made the cookies. You made the cookies? Yep. All by myself. Come on, I know you had a little help. Okay. My mom helped me make them. But I'm going to take them to my neighbor. Oh, 2 bags. You have 2 neighbors? Yeah, I have 2 neighbors. I have one on one side and one on the other side. Just two neighbors. That's all you have. 2 neighbors. Oh. Well, you know what, Jasmine? I don't know how to tell you this, but you don't just have 2 neighbors. I don't? You mean I have to make more cookies? Oh, no! Well, it's okay. You know what? You can give these to your 2 neighbors because, yeah, they are your neighbors. But you have a lot more than 2 neighbors. I do? Yeah. You know what the Bible tells us, Jasmine? Well, I'm going to tell you a little bit of this story before we show it to the boys and girls. What happened was somebody asked Jesus a question. They wanted to trick Jesus. What? Trick Jesus? Are you kidding me? How can you trick Jesus? Well, you know, he tried to trick Jesus. He really did. He tried to trick Jesus. So he said, how do I get into heaven? What do I have to do? And you know what Jesus said? And you're going to help me say this. Love the Lord your God with all your heart. There you go. Okay. All your soul. That's all of you. All your mind, right up here. And all your strength. Show me those muscles. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. And then he said something else. And he said, love your neighbor as yourself. Oh, so the cookies are good. Oh. Well, I guess it's good that I have the cookies then, right? Yes, they are. But he's also going to tell you who your neighbor is and how many neighbors you have. And I think you're going to be a little surprised. But these cookies are good, and you take them to your neighbor. But I want you to sit and listen to the story that we have for you, okay? Okay. Thank you, Miss Sharon. Thank you. So, boys and girls, today we have the story of the Good Samaritan. And you're going to help me tell this story. And I have some friends in the background that are going to help too. So every time I say, it's time to help this man, this is what you're going to say. Look at these words. And you can actually do some motions with them too, if you would like. He says, help me, please. I've been beaten and robbed by a bunch of thieves. They took my money and they took my clothes. They bopped me on the head and they broke my nose. Now that seems kind of silly and funny, but you're going to see how it fits right into the story. And this way you can be part of the story too. Okay? So let's start our story today. So this is our friend. The Bible doesn't tell us what his name is, but he is a young man who is going to go out on a journey. Look at him. Does he look happy or what? He is so pleased to be going out on this journey, and he has everything that belongs to him in his backpack. And do you see who's right here? I bet that's his mom. And his mom's saying, now you go right where you're going. Don't talk to strangers. You know what moms, how they are. And be safe. God bless you. And off he went. Well. Let's see what happens. Off he goes on his journey. All of a sudden, behind the rocks, oh, we even have the sound effects to go with it. Behind the rocks came the robbers and the thieves. These are people that take things from you. They saw him and he's like, oh my goodness, what is going to happen to me now? Let's see what happens to him. Are you ready, folks? Let's turn it over. Well, the thieves look a little bit happy, but our friend is not looking quite so happy, is he? Look at him. He's holding his head. This poor man, are you ready to say it? Help me. Help me, help me, help me, please. I've been beaten and robbed by a bunch of thieves. They took my money and they took my clothes. They bopped me on the head and they broke my nose. Oh, he's in bad shape. Whatever will he do? Whatever is going to happen to this man? Let's see what happens. Oh, all of a sudden, I think he heard hope. All of a sudden, he heard footsteps. He heard footsteps. Oh my goodness, it is the man that takes care of the temple. It is the head of the temple. And he looked down and he saw the man, and do you know what he did? He turned his head and he walked on the other side of the street. Yep, he ignored him. Oh, is that what we do? Is that a neighbor? Oh, this poor man. Help me, help me, help me, please. I've been beaten and robbed by a bunch of thieves. They took my money and they took my clothes. They bopped me on the head and they broke my nose. Oh, no. Do you think somebody else is going to come along? Let's hope. Oh, let's hope for the best for this poor young man. Oh, he said, nope, not me today. I'm out of here. He said, you know what? I'm important. I got lots of things to do, lots of people to see, lots of decisions to make. And on his way, he continued. Oh, this poor man. And listen to it. It's thundering and lightning, not to make things even worse. Oh, my goodness. Well, guess what? Here comes some more footsteps. These footsteps are going faster. Oh, they're almost running, these footsteps. And he saw the man, and he said, "Oh my goodness, this is the priest helper at the church. I know what he does. He does everything for everybody at the church. Surely he'll help me." And so he yelled out, "Help me, help me, help me, please. I've been beaten and robbed by a bunch of thieves. They took my money and they took my clothes. They bopped me on the head and they broke my nose." What do you think? Do you think he's going to be a helper? I surely hope so. This poor guy is getting pretty desperate. Uh-oh. Nope. He kept right on going. Well, pretty soon, after laying there for the longest time and thinking no one was ever going to come to his aid, no one was ever going to come and help him get out of this, what would he ever do? He heard footsteps and he heard clip, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop, and along came a man and his donkey. Well, when the man that was injured looked up and saw him, I think he got a little scared because he said, "This man doesn't look exactly like me. He's not from my country. He's not my neighbor. He's not my friend. I don't know him. What's he going to do with me now? I don't have anything else to rob. What's he going to do to me?" He got really, really scared. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with this story. I am hoping that we will have some good news. And we do. Guess what? This man didn't care who he was. He didn't care that he didn't know him, and he didn't care that he wasn't from his country. He just cared that he was hurt and needed help. And he was there to be the helper. He bent down and he wrapped the man's wounds, all of his boo-boos, covered them all up, covered up all his sores, wrapped his head. I don't know if he wrapped his nose or not, but he wrapped his head, wrapped his arm, everything that was aching him, gave him some water, gave him some of his bread, and put him on his donkey. Is that a friend? Is that? I would say so. And then you know what he did? He didn't stop there. Guess where he took him? He took him to an inn. An inn is a place kind of like a hospital hotel. And he took him there and he said to the innkeeper, here is some money. I want you to take care of my friend and let him rest and let his wounds heal. Everything on him that is hurting until he feels strong again. And I will come back and I will be checking on him in a few days. And if you need more money to take care of him, I will also give you that. Wow. Wow. What do you think about that, boys and girls? Is that the most awesome thing in the world? Now, I ask you, who was the neighbor? Was it the man that was in charge of the church and walked on the other side of the road? Was it his helper who went so fast and said he didn't have time to help this man? Or was it the man from Samaria who wasn't exactly like the injured man and he didn't know him real well? Who was the real neighbor? I would dare to say, and I think you'll agree with me, that the stranger was the neighbor. So here's the lesson that we have from Jesus today. The lesson is everybody is our neighbor. And when we need help, everybody should lend a hand. When others need help, we need to reach out and help, whatever that need is. And you know what? It's an easy thing to do when we have Jesus in our hearts. So I want you to do a heart check. Do that heart check. Jesus is in there, and he's showing you who needs help today. And he will also give you all the things you need to help others. This is a great story, isn't it? So even though our friend Jasmine thought she only had 2 neighbors, she's going to be really surprised to know that she has neighbors all around the world who are counting on her. Let all God's children say, Amen.